No outside of First Ave, I just wanted my name in the star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that blast first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better. Got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change.
Mr. Jaden Watts as he opens our ceremony with a prayer.
Please pray with me. Dear most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, we come before you at this time, spiritually bowed before your throne of mercy and love. I thank you for all allowing us to wake up this morning and live another day on this beautiful planet. I thank you for all the many things you have so richly blessed us with. I pray you are with us all as we go into the world and find our way. I pray our way matches up with your will. Lord, keep us safe, guide us, help us to stay on the straight and narrow. All this I pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
We have one salutatorian this year. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage to speak to us Bentley Kessler.
Welcome, students, families, and faculty, to graduation day at Lindsay High School. Every one of you has made an impact on the graduates who sit here today and have modeled us into the young men and women that we have become. 15 years is a long time. We have encouraged each other in times of success, and we have comforted each other in loss. We will take with us the memories, good and bad, and the friendships that we have developed. Some people will stay in our lives forever, and unfortunately some we may never see again. But each person has impacted our lives in some fashion. 15 years is a long time, but it is not the end. And when it's all said and done, this wouldn't have even been the most difficult phase of our lives. We will face many adversities along the way. Life will knock us down, and it will kick us while we are down. It is up to us how we handle these adversities. What seems like a failure could be the biggest opportunity of our lives. As we continue on to the next chapter of our lives, no matter what God may have in store for you, class of 2023, I urge you to always be kind, never give up on yourself, and live life as Tristan would. Thank you.
We have 9 valedictorians this year. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage valedictorian Jack Dodd.
Greetings, faculty members, parents, family, friends, and fellow graduates. It's an honor to stand here before you today as a part of this incredible class of 2023. As we take a moment to reflect upon the past years, we shouldn't help but feel a sense of pride for all we have accomplished. We have overcome obstacles, hurdled challenges, and emerged stronger and wiser for it. Today, we celebrate all of our hard work and dedication, and we look forward to the bright futures that await us. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, we must remember the lessons we've learned here. We must remember the importance of perseverance, the value of hard work, and the power of determination. We must continue to challenge ourselves, to set goals, and to push beyond our limits. But most importantly, we must never forget the people who helped us get here. Our parents, our teachers, our mentors, coaches, and our friends. They have been our support system, our cheerleaders, and our guiding lights. I would like to give a special thanks to my mom for teaching me how to be kind-hearted and to see the good in others. and for always being there to nag about finishing this speech. Thanks, Mom, I finally finished it. Dad, thank you for instilling a sense of hard work and determination by forcing me to do unpaid labor for the last 19 years. To my sister Carson, thank you for finally leaving my shadow as the favorite child. I know it's been hard on you for all these years. But seriously, thank you for being my family and teaching me to put my faith and truth first. Thank you to all my coaches for believing in me and pushing me to strive for excellence. 5 years ago, I was the new kid at Lindsay. I was terrified of starting over, but you all accepted me into your home and made me feel like a leopard. And for that, I say thank you. So as we go forth into the world, let us take with us all that we have learned. Let us continue to grow and strive for greatness. Let us never forget the journey that brought us here. And let us always remember the people who supported us along the way. And let us never forget where we came from. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it.
At this time, we'll hear from valedictorian Macy Henry.
As I began brainstorming for this speech, I considered the factors that brought me to this point in my life. Standing on the stage as one of the valedictorians of the class of 2023. I would like to thank my teachers, friends, and family for having such a profound impact on my life. Without the continuous support you have all given me and the class of 2023, I would not be walking across this stage today. Throughout my years I'm gonna restart. Is that okay? Can I do that? Okay. As I began brainstorming for this speech, I considered the factors that brought me to this point in my life. Standing on the stage as one of the valedictorians of the class of 2023. I would like to thank my teachers, friends, and family for having such a profound impact on my life. Without the continuous support you have all given me and the class of 2023, we would not be walking across this stage today. But most importantly, I would like to thank my fellow graduates. Throughout my years at Lindsay Public Schools, each of you has had an impact on my life through our countless memories. Many of my classmates have challenged me so much academically and emotionally as we've navigated this journey we call high school. Without our constant competition and tenacity, we would never have been able to attain our goals. They say that iron sharpens iron, and the proof of that is in the many academic accomplishments of my classmates. You are truly the most generous, creative, and intelligent individuals I've ever met, and I aspire to be more like you. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for the class of 2023. Now, as we part ways, I'd like to share with you one of the most important lessons I have learned from my parents, and that is the importance of independence. Keep in mind that independence is not only defined by making your own decisions and staying out past curfew. Independence is taking control over your life, being accountable for your actions, and defining yourself as a person. I believe you should give yourself the opportunity to accept more responsibility within your own life, both above and beyond academics. Regardless of what you choose to do in your future, you should always strive to pay your own way. There is no greater feeling of accomplishment than the moment when you accumulate something that required so much sacrifice to attain. Working towards a goal and never accepting failure is a vital part of what makes a responsible and successful person. To conclude, I'd like to share with you one of my favorite quotes by Jodie Foster. There is nothing more beautiful than finding your course as you believe you bob aimlessly in the current. Wouldn't you know that your path was there all along, waiting for you to knock, waiting for you to become. This path does not belong to your parents, your teachers, your leaders, or your lovers. This path is your character defining itself more and more every day like a photograph coming into focus. Congratulations to the class of 2023. I wish a successful and joyful future for each of you. Thank you.
Now we will hear from valedictorian Austin Hines.
Once we walk across this stage tonight, a chapter in our lives comes to an end. For most of us, we've attended this school for nearly 15 years. From going to elementary school and playing in the jungle, to moving on to the checkered hallway in the high school, we've all made memories we will look back on fondly for the rest of our lives. We've always been a small class, but we've always been successful both academically and athletically. Although this chapter of our lives was a great one, now it's time to move on to the next one. What we do now will define us for the rest of our lives. Whether we go on to college or a trade school or even just straight to work, we need to always strive for greatness and give 100%. Things might get tough and you might even fail, but you must keep pushing forward and give it your all. An anonymous quote I've always looked to says, "You're either in it 100% or you're not in it at all." A man can't afford to be halfway into things. Stay in the fight right at every step of the way, even if it leads to the earth. Be committed. Another thing we need to always remember is to always be a leader and never a follower. As we were reminded of our freshman year during the scamdemic of 2020, this is a crazy world we live in, and the best way to keep yourself safe from that is to rely on yourself, be strong, be perseverant, and stay educated. Friends are a great thing to have, but we need to carve our own path in life. So, as we go off into this strange new world, always remember to be strong and go for everything you dreamed of 100% of the way. Even if you fail, you will at least land much further than the ones who went into it halfway. This world is in much need of new, strong, and honest leaders, and it's up to us to take the lead.
At this time, we'll hear from valedictorian Caleb Ince.
Good afternoon. My name is Caleb Ince, as Coach Inman just stated, and I'm another one of your many valedictorians of the class of 2023. I am a third-generation leopard, and my parents, Chris and Rachel, graduated from this school around 25 years ago. In fact, many of our parents grew up together in this small little town, and I feel like that's why our class of 2023 has been so close over the years. First this evening, I would like to say thank you to my parents and extended family, and also thank you to my church family. I would also like to thank the teachers and the administration. Thank you to Coach Inman and Miss Sapp. You all are the reason that I and the rest of my graduating class are here today, and we are so thankful and blessed to have your love and support. While some of you have probably heard my voice before, for the majority of you, this will probably be the first and last time that I will be privileged to speak to you, so please listen well. Most of the graduation speeches that I have heard in my lifetime have been an encouragement to the audience to go out and conquer the world. Go, follow your heart. However, tonight, I want to encourage you to go in a different direction than the world. In 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse number 7, Paul says, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." We are all running a race. What you have to decide is what track you are running on. Now that you are opening a new chapter in your life, what race are you going to enter? Is your goal to become famous or to make millions of dollars? I'm here to tell you that it does not matter how many degrees you put behind your name, or how much riches you accumulate, or what kind of status you achieve. If you do not put God first, you have done nothing. The Bible says in Mark 8, verse 36, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" If you go out into the world from here and you accomplish amazing things, which I hope you do, all of those accomplishments are nothing compared to what your soul is worth. And if your soul is worth so much, much more than the entire world, it is in our best interest that we put God first, because he will be our judge on the last day. Jesus has told us what we will be judged by in John 12:48. "He that rejecteth me and receiveth not my words hath one that judgeth him. The words that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day." The words that Christ has spoken, the words in this book, will be our judge on the last day. Will you have accomplished much on this earth and have forgotten about Christ, or will you have run the right race? If you do put God first, then I can't promise you a life without any pain or struggle now, but the life after this heaven will be worth it. So pursue your goals, chase your dreams, but most importantly, run the right race. Do what really matters. Love God and His Word. Love people. You be the light and the hope in this dark world, and in the end, finish the race. I want to be like Paul and be able to say, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Congratulations, class of 23, and may God bless you all.
Caleb, I believe that deserves an amen. At this time, we'll hear from valedictorian Ethan Jones.
No.
It's not in here. Okay, who took Ethan's speech? Do you have a copy of it somewhere? You want to use your phone? Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening. I would like to thank you all for being here tonight. If I had to choose a word to describe the class of 2023, it would be resilient. Every year of high school has brought us a new challenge. We began as freshmen, excited to see what the future held. Our football team had an undefeated season. Our basketball team were conference champs. We had our first track meet, and then we had the world's longest spring break, aka COVID. When sophomore year finally began, we learned how to navigate virtual classes and distance learning. We fought through quarantines and mask mandates. We were alone in a crowd. We learned how to roll with the punches, but we forgot how to just be together. Junior year looked different again. We were back in the classroom full time, and it was like learning how to do school all over again. We had to figure out the rules. We were tired, and the teachers were exhausted. Finally, senior year, and let me tell you, it's been a year. When our softball and boys basketball team made it to state, we had the best student section around. As a group, we have enjoyed record highs and suffered through record lows. We learned how to be there for each other and how to show up and lean on each other as our school suffered through multiple tragedies. Our coaches, our teachers, and our administrators led by example. They taught us it was okay to laugh, even though it was sad, and it was okay to cry when things were too hard. The class of 2023 has been through so much in the last 4 years, but we are resilient. I know we will continue to survive and thrive no matter the circumstances. We know how to show up for each other. We know how to lean on each other. To our parents, our teachers, our administrators, thank you. Thank you for teaching us more than school ever could.
Now we'll hear from valedictorian J.C. McReynolds.
I've been thinking about what I was going to say in this speech since about the 7th grade when I decided I was going to be valedictorian. Somehow, I didn't figure it out until 3 days before it was due back to Miss Sapp. Yes, I did turn it in late, and I'm pretty nervous, so please bear with me as I try to read it to you and look up at you at the same time. There are a few things I would like to address in this speech. First, I would like to thank God, my family, my friends, my peers, and all the staff here at Lindsay. We really do have such an amazing administration, and it is truly such a privilege to have attended school here. Our teachers and faculty members care about all of us so much and are all so passionate in what they do. Without the support of all of these people, none of us would have the opportunity to be standing here today, so thank you all. I would also like to reflect back on our high school years here at Lindsay. Our freshman year started out pretty normal, and then COVID hit. Freshman and sophomore year looked a little different for us than it had in the previous years. This pandemic brought on an insurmountable amount of pain to so many, including our class. We missed out on some of the highlights of our high school years. We were constantly adapting and overcoming all the new ways of learning and living through COVID. These constant disruptions, transitions, shutdowns, reopenings, and all of the other uncertainties that those years brought were difficult for all of us, but together we made it through. Even though these last years were hard, I would argue that our senior year has been even harder. Our school suffered multiple tragedies this year, and although it's been difficult, we have prevailed by leaning on each other and growing with each other. Our class has gone through so much change and overcome so many challenges, and I am so proud of all that we have done. To the underclassmen, I find it important to remind you to never take your time here for granted. I have always been so antsy to get out of high school and move on with my life. Now, although I am ready for the next chapter, I find myself wishing that I would have slowed down and enjoyed every single moment that I had in school here. I know that school can be boring and you might not want to study for your math test or whatever, but education is so important and can bring you so far in life. After high school, you don't ever have to go to school again if that's what you choose. So remember to enjoy all of your little moments here and enjoy the time that you have with your friends, because I know that I'm going to miss mine. Graduates, I have known most of you for a long time, and I know that each and every one of you are creative and smart in so many different ways. No matter what your class rank was, how many clubs you were in, if you played sports or not, none of that matters. We all worked so hard to be here today, and we did it. We're all here in our caps and gowns celebrating the same achievement. We are all blessed with so many talents and have accomplished so many great things that are worth congratulating. I can't believe that our high school journey has come to an end, but I'm excited to see where life takes all of us next. I hope that all of you go out and do great things. Remember to stay kind, live in the moment, and always put God first. Thank you, Lindsay High School, and thank you, Class of 2023, for all of the memories and friendships that I will cherish forever.
Now we will hear from valedictorian Nola Salee.
Today is our graduation day, the day we begin a new chapter in our lives. As I stand up here, you expect me to give some life-changing advice on what is yet to come. But the truth is, I'm as unsure about the future as you are. But if there's one thing I must share, it would be this. Our lives will always involve other people, and people are messy, crazy, and confusing. But most of all, people are beautiful. We spend most of our time trying to avoid others, trying to avoid conflict, trying to make others happy, and the craziest part is we try to avoid the most beautiful part of this world, other humans. The laugh of a small child or a beautiful smile of a stranger can change your entire day. These everyday interactions with different people shape who we are. We have finally made it to the end of the high school. A high school in a small town where our perspective of people is small. My point is, life is short. Meet all the people you can and immerse yourself in all their cultures. These immersions will help shape each of us into a person we never thought we could be. To experience life, you must have life experiences. Class of 2023, do not let fear stop you from discovering what the world has to offer. Let's be the class that changes what people think of people. Let's be the class that makes a positive impact on others. And let's be the class that people will remember. Thank you.
Now we will hear from valedictorian Emma Smith.
Thank you all for coming today. I'm sure y'all are plenty done with speeches, so I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. So I'm going to tell a little bit of a story about myself. Growing up, I was told you can be anything you want to be, like most of us were. So growing up, I wanted to be a neurologist, and then a lawyer and an astronaut. It's the last one. I wanted to be what everyone wanted me to be. Fast forward to junior year, and I took pre-engineering at Votech because I thought I wanted to be an engineer. I loved the class, and everyone was really surprised when I told them I wasn't returning for this year. My excuse was I needed to work and make more money for college, and I really didn't want to be an engineer anymore, which wasn't a full lie, but really I wanted to take a break. I'd always done exactly what I was supposed to do. I always took extra classes and I had straight A's, but I wasn't allowed to quit. My junior year, I took 4 classes at school and then went to Votech, which was all advanced math and science courses. I worked way too much for a high schooler, and nobody thought to worry because my grades didn't drop. But internally, I was screaming at myself to slow down, to enjoy this year, to have some fun, work less, sleep more. But I didn't listen to myself. This year was different, though. Late night studying turned into going to bed early, working every chance I had turned into taking days off to have fun. I let myself have low A's instead of hundreds because ultimately they're the same on my transcript. I let myself relax for the first time, like ever. I took this year to really think about what I wanted out of life. I kept asking myself, and the answer was always, I want to be happy. That's it. So I'll attend OU in the fall, and I plan to major in business, but I could always change my mind. Deciding to take business was really difficult because everyone was really disappointed in me. I was supposed to be a doctor or a lawyer, but I don't feel like I need to explain myself anymore. I don't feel like I have to prove myself. The whole point of this speech is to tell you, all of you in the audience and my fellow graduates as well, to take more breaks. Let yourself quit sometimes, have fun, and always change your mind. Never get stuck in a decision that a younger you made. Don't let yourself get so wrapped up in what everyone else wants you to be that you forget to make decisions for yourself, that you forget what makes you happy. Thank you.
Now we will hear from valedictorian Emily Stone.
It has been an honor to hear the inspiring speeches that have been presented here today. To be a part of such a significant occasion fills me with immense pride and honor. Without the assistance of so many great people, especially the teachers, administrators, coaches, and friends who went above and beyond, none of this would have been possible. I sincerely cannot say thank you enough. There aren't enough words to express my gratitude to my wonderful parents, Casey and Amy. You have demonstrated to me through your words and actions what it means to live a genuine life by providing constant care, compassion, and love. You have always been my biggest supporters. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to each of you as well as to everyone else who has contributed to where I am today. I ask all of you, parents, educators, alumni, and graduates, to take a look around. We have all gathered here to see and celebrate as the graduates of the class of 2023 go on to the next chapter of our lives. As I glance out to my fellow classmates, I see a space filled with diversely gifted individuals eager to leave their mark on the world. Senior year has been packed with new experiences. We've met new friends, experienced new adventures, and made memories that we will remember forever. Being in the present prevented us from realizing that these memories would be some of our final ones. The last football game, the last band trip, the last time we would ever walk, or in my case roll, through the halls of Lindsay High School, but nothing can last forever. We have always been taught to never give up, Aim for the stars, and remember that anything is possible if you set your mind to it. Now, this is our chance to do just that. The moment has come to excel, to expand and be inspired. Be empathetic and kind. Find your purpose before anything else and appreciate everyone around you. Lindsay Class of 2023, whatever you accomplish in the future, make sure it is something you can be proud of. Thank you.
I have reviewed all records and do hereby certify that these students have met the graduation requirements set forth by the Lindsay Board of Education. Katrina Faye Adams. J.C. Lynn Allison. Harley Kate Baker. Cameron K. Bearden. Joseph Lee Berryhill. Bo Dustin Blankenship. Chloe Jaylyn Broussard. Carly Ozita Burton. Brooklyn May Bassard. Joycelyn Sky Downey Conder. Jada Ann Cook. Brooklyn Renee Cowley. Peyton Mackenzie Crowder. Hulin Tommy Trace Cunningham. Jack Garen Perkins Dodd. Elijah Eugene Dollar. Joshua Harold Buford Dollar. Dylan Drake Downs. Elizabeth Michelle Duggins. Tyler Trey Emery. Cambry Dawn Evans. Ty Allen Ferguson. Simona Joe Fernandez Chavez. Brianna Paulette Galindo Gayton. Mackenzie Renee Gilmer. Caden Matthew Gustafson. Macy Dawn Henry. Mitchell Scott Henson. Austin Mack Hines. Colton Joe Hines. Delania Kate Holland. Avery Carolyn Hopkins. Caleb Dean Ince. Ethan Riley Jones. Ryan Chase Mitchell Kennedy. Alexis Page Kerr. Dagan Bentley Kessler. Luke Daniel Knapp. Brayley Beth Malacote. Kennedy Ray Malone. Brooke Lynn Faith Marceau. Mackenzie Grace Marceau. JC Ray McReynolds. Coda Joe Medillin. Robert Blue Melton. Alana Morgan Miller. Tucker Jade Morris. Javen Philip Mowdy. Seth Alberto Padilla. Cameron Faith Perry. Daniel Alexis Ponce Arredondo. Colton Chase Rainey. Andon Clark Register. Jonathan De Jesus Rivera. Nola Noel Salee. Clayton Jean Sanders. Ryan Christopher Setters. Cooper John Simonson. Owen LeClaire Simonson. Dusty Lee Smith. Emma Brienne Smith. Darius Lonzo Stewart. Madison Renee Stinnett. Emily Jane Stone. Jaden Allen Watts. Tyson Zachary Ray Don Westbury. Chelsea Renee White. Roman Kane Woodall. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Lindsay Public Schools class of 2023. Graduates, you may now move your tassels to your left. And we're going to do it now.